What are you excited about?
You must lose your job. A time will come, intellectual labor will be taken away from you and it's wonderful.
Then what do we do?
Live, huh? Another 30% will do fantastic things that human beings have never done before. My work is to increase that percentage.
What is the thing that pushes you every day?
I'm not a motivated person, I'm just doing what's needed. I can sit here with my eyes closed till I fall dead.
You only sleep 4 hours a night? Mr. Sádhguru, welcome to Dubai. We know you've been in Abu Dhabi, mashallah. What do you think of the country? I mean, you know, obviously know the story, it's not your first time visiting. What do you feel like when you're here?
Well, this entire nation is a case of the indomitability of a human spirit, indomitable nature of human spirit. You put them in a goddamn desert, you make it into a hub of the world in many ways. So, it's a very significant manifestation of human vision, fantastic leadership,
Yes.
and ability to use money and wealth in a most creative way. I think one of the best uses of money that you can see is here, in terms of how transformed a desert, what it would have been without all this to live here. How harsh and tough it would have been, and how they've made it, that they're drawing the world into this place, is a phenomena. I think many parts of the world where we have wonderful weather, terrain, natural greenery, any amount of natural endowments, we should feel ashamed that, rest of the world has not done this. Everybody can say, oh, it's just because of oil. Yes, definitely, oil did it, but I'm sure everywhere there is some wealth if you want to use it well. So definitely it's a kind of a, I would say, a milestone in human spirit dominating over the hardships that nature can throw at you.
So of all of these things, like of all of the things that you're seeing that happen in the world, the change, regardless of the pace, what are you excited about that you're seeing now in the world? Is there one thing that sticks out above everything?
Well, definitely artificial intelligence is a big piece. When I say artificial intelligence, it's just like if you had to plant this tree, two men would come and dig with a crowbar and a shovel or whatever. They would take 2 hours to dig. Today a machine comes and digs 500 holes and goes away in 2 hours. Are we not happy?
Think so.
That you don't have to dig, you don't have to fill, machines are doing all that without even you noticing it. So similarly, all the so-called intellectual work that you're doing, what you're doing is gathering data, building memory, and your memory is never reliable like your phones. All right, it mixes up, and then finding expression, to analyze it and find some kind of expression. These things if machines do, it'll be very good. Lot of people are worried, maybe we lose jobs. Of course, you must lose your job. If you're not doing anything significant that a human being can do, you're only doing mechanical job, you will lose it. All the diggers lost their job, isn't it? You never thought of them. They must have upskilled themselves, graduated themselves to do something else in the world. Are they doing or no? They're all doing something else. In India, in the ports and all, when the new gantries came, people went on strike. What are we supposed to do with our muscle? Similarly, people are asking, what are we supposed to do with our intellectual labor? Intellectual labor will be taken away from you and it's wonderful. Because…
Wonderful.
Yes. I would be glad if all the work is taken away from human beings.
Then what do we do?
Live, huh?
Like…
The idea is to live, all right? See, the significance of human existence is not realized in this silly labor that we are doing. I don't know whether they use such language here, but in United States if you go, what do you do for a living? They ask me.
Yeah.
I say, I breathe. What do you do? No, I am this, I am that, I am a salesperson, I am manager. Oh, you are spending your whole life to earn a living. See, an earthworm also is earning a living, a grasshopper is also earning a living with a tiny little brain. With this big brain, earning a living shouldn't take a lifetime. But you made it like that simply because you're trapped in your own nonsense. A time will come, probably in the next 25 years, in most parts of the world, it may happen, there will be a universal income, nobody has to work for their bread. That is a fantastic time. When this happens, this is just my estimate, I see this in my vision, about 40% of the people will become indolent. They will not get up from their couch, they will sit there, watch television, eat potato chips, get fat, do these things. 40% will waste their lives. Another 20–30% will… these people get addicted to many things, chemicals, stuff. Another 20–30% will get violent, commit crimes, at least 20% will do that, commit crimes because there's nothing to do, they will do all kinds of unnecessary things. Another 30% will do fantastic things that human beings have never done before, without the concern of bread. Bread is always there. Now people work to create something. Human potential finds real expression. My work is to increase that percentage which will do fantastic things that only human being can do, no machine can do.
Which is what? Because you say everything, a lot of things are gonna be taken away by tech.
All the things that a man's must… See, today women are moving around freely. Why do you think? It's because of your liberal revolution? No, it's because of technology. Man's muscle has been put down. The significance of man's muscle has gone down with the machines. That's why women are out, isn't it? If man's muscle was the most important thing, women were naturally in a second-class place. Today women are out on equal footing in most of the places on the planet only because man's muscles, the significance of man's muscle has gone down. Similarly, the significance of your intellectual process goes down, then you will see human consciousness will rise because that only human being can do. Machines cannot do consciousness, no matter what you do. Significance of life. Right now, life is not significant. Your muscle is significant, your brain is significant, or what you can do is significant, you playing in the stock market is significant. No, the most significant thing that's happening here is life. So, that will happen to some extent. But the other percentages which are there, the indolent ones, the addicted ones, the criminal ones, we have to lower that percentage, otherwise they will eat you up.
I have a feeling I'm gonna get an interesting answer because…
Why, I didn't give you an interesting answer till now?
No, to all my questions… No, sir, just to be clear, to all the questions that I've asked you, I'm always… you made me think about things in a completely different way. And now I'm gonna ask this question, and I'm sure you're gonna make me think about this in a completely different way too. What motivates you to continue to do this work, to continue to spread your message? What is the thing that pushes you every day to grow, to keep working hard?
Do I look pushed?
No. You walked in so chilled, it was…
Then why do you say I'm pushed to do something? I'm not pushed to do anything.
Nothing motivates?
No, I'm not a motivated person like that. I'm just doing what's needed. If it's not needed, I'll stop it. Just like that.
And then what will you do?
Huh?
And then what will you do?
I don't have to do anything. Maybe I'll hit a ball, maybe I'll paint something, maybe I'll just close my eyes and meditate. See, this is something very hard for people to understand. If I close my eyes like this now, I can sit here with my eyes closed till I fall dead. I have no need for action. Action is because it's needed. If the world doesn't need action, my action is over. I have no compulsive need for action. I'm essentially a super lazy person, but I'm active 18-20 hours a day, 7 days of the week.
You only sleep 4 hours a night?
Right now, yes, I'm sleeping 4.25, but almost 26, 27 years, I slept only 2.5 hours. Last year, I'll tell you, they gave me some medication because of the surgeries, and I slept some days 8 hours, 10 hours, some days 12 hours. But once the medication went off, I'm again back to 4.25 hours now.
That's enough for you?
It's more than enough.
More than enough.
Yes. See, body doesn't need sleep, it needs restfulness. If you're running a machine at high RPM, it needs lot of service.
Yeah.
If you run it easy, it needs less service. You must burn only the petrol, not the oil. Most people are burning the oil.
They're running on fumes too.
Yep.
So, it's interesting that you say that. When you say that I'm doing what is needed, and when they don't need it anymore, I can do something else. What is the indicator for you that you're needed, or when will be an indicator that the work you do is not needed anymore? How do you know that?
People are always screaming, Sadhguru, come here, come there, come there. If they stop screaming, I won't go. The need is there in everybody's faces. And of course they're screaming also. Even if they don't scream, you can see the need. See, it's like this. Let's say, let's go back 50, 100 years here in Abu Dhabi or in Dubai, it's a desert. But I have a clear, sweet water here in my well. People are walking, looking for water. I say, if they want, let them come and fall into the well, but it's not my business, I'll simply sit here. I think that's inhuman. So I scream a little bit, hey, water! So this doesn't mean I'm interested in service, it's simply humanity that there is water and the guy's thirsty, I say, hey, drink. So this is not some service, I don't think it's service, I don't think it's some great something. It's needed, people are thirsty, it's very clear, otherwise they're messing themselves up. People have asked me, Sadhguru, what's your idea of a dream world? I say, my dream world is when I'm unemployed, when nobody needs me, this is my dream. Hope they fulfill my dream in this lifetime.
You're someone who leads a spiritual life, you're an ambassador for a lot of wellness and stuff and things of that nature. So I'm curious, how did you get into this life of spirituality and making it something that's at the forefront of what you do every day?
See, the word spiritual is one of the most corrupted words in the world today. Because for somebody, spiritual means looking up, for somebody, spiritual means ghosts in a bottle, for somebody, spiritual means spirits in the bottle, all kinds of things. It's the most contaminated word, unfortunately. So let me put it this way. You're here, sitting here, the body that you have, you were not born like this, I believe. Small. Slowly you gathered this. How? Food that you've eaten. Nor were you born with a mind like this. You gathered impressions. So your body is a heap of food that you gathered, mind is a heap of impressions that you gathered. If you have to gather this much, there must be something more fundamental. Apart from that, what you gather can be yours, but can never ever be you, isn't it? It can be yours, it belongs to you, but it's not you. So in these two heaps of food and impressions, where are you? No. So what is the nature of your existence? No. A simple question is this: anything that you use, people are using cameras, people are using phones, people are using computers, or a car or a machine, whatever. The more you know about it, the better you can use it. Do you agree with me?
Yeah.
So, what do you know about this apart from the things that you gathered? So, this bothered me since a very early age. When I was 4, 5 years of age, I started wondering, what is it about? Don't misunderstand that I was some kind of a spiritual child. No, I was a wild creature, okay? But in the back of my mind, always I look at anything and everything, whether I see an ant or a leaf or anything, I could… I always looking at what is it, all this. When I was like 4.5 years of age, this started, that if I see a dry leaf, I'm just looking at it for hours. If I find a glass of water, I'm just looking at it for hours. Because you don't know what it is. See, even today, you know how to use the water, but you don't know what it is, isn't it? Or people will say it's H2O, that's not the point. The point is, what is it that makes it the way it is? So similarly, I sat up in the night and I'm just staring into the darkness for the whole night. So my father my dear father being a physician, started thinking I need a psychiatric evaluation. This boy is simply staring at something all the time, it looks like he's lost it. My problem is I'm looking at this, I don't know this, so I'm not able to shift my attention to that. So, essentially, the fundamental of spiritual process is this. It is not knowledge, it is not scripture, it is not somebody's teaching. If you realize you actually don't know anything in this world, then your intelligence can't help. Start seeking, what is it? And if you seek here, there, you will see somehow you're touching every life only in the surface. The only life you can penetrate into is this one. So you turn inward. So this happened not because of any teaching, not because I had any spiritual knowledge or scripture or something, no. Just happened simply because my mind wouldn't allow me to rest till I know something about what this life is about. This inquiry is there in every human being. We destroy it by instilling belief systems upon that. We say, if you're from this culture, you believe this, if you're from that culture, you believe this. If you're born in this country, you believe one thing, if you were born in that country, you believe something. If you just allow your intelligence to inquire, every human being inevitably will be spiritual because it is a seeking, a longing to know, not a longing to ascertain this or that. You're just looking. And if you don't look, such a magnificent creation, if you don't look, what a fool you are. When I say look, I mean to say, if you don't look keen enough. Like this, like tourists, everybody is looking at everything. No. Have you really see this fly is after you? Maybe you're a sweet guy.
It's been on, like…
It looks like you're a very sweet guy.
Yeah.
But have you looked at it carefully? You look at a fly carefully, you will see, if you really pay attention, it is one of the most magnificent creations. Not just a fly, so is an ant, so is a leaf, and there's only one like that. There may be million flies, but that fly will be unique. So this is the nature of creation. How can you not pay attention to it? The highest disregard that you have for creation and creator is, you don't pay attention, you have assumptions about everything.
You say 70% of people are in jobs doing work that they hate. What does it take for more people to find the courage to live free and, follow their heart the way you do?
See, that's what. See, if your heart says you want to climb the palm tree, well, you may be in a place where there's no palm tree, and you will sit and cry for the rest of your life and palm tree won't come up in Switzerland. You're in the most beautiful place, but you'll cry because there's no palm tree. You come to Dubai and you can only be happy if you're in a rainforest.
No rainforest.
You'll never be happy, I'm saying. So don't set such conditions because human happiness, well-being does not come from outside. Your pain and pleasure happens within you. Your joy and misery happens within you. Your agony and ecstasy happens within you. All human experience happens within you. Then why are you setting external conditions to create an internal condition? Right now, suppose only if I climb this palm tree, I will be happy. Now, this will create a certain enslavement within me that if I cannot climb a palm tree, I cannot be happy. So any time if you use an external activity to create an inner situation, this must be understood properly. Most people are doing this. They have to be happy means they must do this must happen, this person should be there, that thing should be there. If you use an external situation to create an inner situation, then you will be enslaved to that activity. When it goes to a certain point, people may say it's addiction, but essentially you are enslaved to something outside to create an inner situation. Now, I can teach you a simple technology where you can tune this system in such a way, your very chemistry is blissful. So you're sitting here blissed out. If it is sun, you enjoy the sun, if it's rain, you enjoy the rain. If it snows, you enjoy the snow, if nothing happens, you enjoy that. Because you are a human, your inner experience, your experience of life is not determined by what's happening around you. Only then human consciousness will manifest to create what we want. Otherwise, we become an accidental life. Because no matter what you do, how much management you do, external situations will never ever happen 100% the way you want.
Exactly.
But internal situation must happen your way. What it means is all these people will not happen 100% your way ever. But this one person must happen your way. If this person does not happen your way, where is your hope in life? You're finished. That is the only problem they have. People call this happiness, unhappiness, stress, this, that. No, all that's happened is, they themselves are not happening the way they want. What is their problem? Well, their body doesn't take instructions from them. Their thought doesn't take instructions from them. Their emotions doesn't take instructions from them. Their energies, they don't even know where they are. Their chemistry doesn't take instructions from them. So you become an accidental existence. When you're accidental, anxiety is normal. If suppose you got into your car and something funny happened to it, if you turn like this, it'll go like this. Will you be anxious or not? Anything becomes accidental. Anxiety is normal.
Sadhguru, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Really appreciate it.